Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, 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 please. You gotta help me.
Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean,
But it's an emergency!
An emergency? What happened?
no.
Something's wrong with Taco. She's acting super strange.
Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Oh, that's me still. Fuck, I forgot. I'm waiting for the frog to just talk by itself. This is Taco. I must admit, I am intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, that one was just bad. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that would be the end of it.
Okay, come on, hurry.
Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed for the dorms. The Taco's room, most likely.
You're right. Alright, Yes, I walk. That's Celeste. That's Chihiro. Here she is. Is Taco inside? Some kind of emergency. But that's it. Alright, I thought we had to go inside and then we'd have a dialogue scene, but I guess not.
You guys are too slow.
I think you're just too fast.
So, what is this emergency?
So,
Well, whoa, that's you.
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Taco in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. It was weird, man. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves.
Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
what?
That's just a stink.
Yeah. This is voiced.
Nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Wow. I wonder who killed Chihiro.
Ow.
And just like that.
Genocide Jack is a poor.
Yes. No. No, Genocide Jack is stinky.
That is true. Are they not both poor though?
Well, Mondo and Chihiro were the ones who got made fun of for being poor. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago.
I'll try about to kill her. Try about the murderous fiend.
Oh my god, she's possessed.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down the door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it.
I think we call this a lock.
Ah,
Taco was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Taco is scared?
What?
really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her?
Hey Byakuya, I have a job for you. Where are you? There you are. Hey
We need you to
Byakuya.
woo this potential serial killer real quick for us.
Yeah.
Just a solid.
It's fine, we know that she's already in love with him, so it's okay.
We need to use you as bait. You might die next, but that'll hit the death limit, so it's fine.
Yeah. Absolutely, if she tries anything else, Monokuma will step in. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. You won't be, but we'll be alright.
Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever.
Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice every once in a while when you want to.
Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Ah! Byakuya!
Byakuya?
Come, Byakuya!
Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry, never again.
No!
I won't let
The
Jenna sit.
promise
Yeah. Oh yeah.
on his gender.
I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slams shut.
Byakuya couldn't pull it off. That's crazy. He's rich. He can do anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong, nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation.
Hold on. Hey, Byakuya. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
But
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
okay, so Hino is dying. Without a reply. Waiting for a reply. Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. Sayaka's room, I thought so. The library?
Come on, let's go in.
Okay. Books. This? No. Where the fuck do you want me to find real clues? Maybe inside here? If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right?
Hurry up and go inside.
Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside.
Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much
Makes no
dust too.
sense.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust.
Okay. There's so many files stuffed under the shelf. What's in all these
that's
things?
enough.
Those documents are dangerous.
Dangerous?
They do tell all the people who control the world from the behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner like you.
You mean like members of the Diet or something?
No, I mean the ones with willpower. The secret council, controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people there.
You're just kidding, right?
My name is literally the first one. Bitch, go check it. Am I?
I'll just let it go for now. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original was kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. No, not that again. Okay, that's not real. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf.
If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful.
Huh? What do you mean?
All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you would expect to leak.
Oh? And wouldn't that help us?
Maybe?
Oh, that... Okay, no. Yes. What have we not looked at? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Like my head. Although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was.
There was an extraction cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library.
An extension cord, huh? Ladder? That's not the ladder. This one? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's a home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie.
Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope Speak Academy truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it.
What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual? Ordinary? Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt.
Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once. But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why?
My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Togami family have access to any variety.
Fucking hell. I can't say it.
To any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is it possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from within the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Fucking hell. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save no surprise. The best part is yet to come. They have given me 5 hours more dialogue. For the second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. Even the key one. But in fact, the answer is simple.
In other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
Hiro.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking among us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what you've already seen? You might just manage to find out a clue or two.
Ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself.
Alright. Oh. Wait, Pink.
Is it possible to save?
Yes.
Yo, we can do it! We did it, we
Alright.
saved the world.
Yes. Alright, the investigation concludes next session, I assume.
Probably.